Hi, everybody. So this is a first-time client, and she wants nails for her school dance. So let's fix that for her. First, I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the cuticle tissue, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm not gonna do any filing on top of her nails or whatever. I know she wants to keep them as long as she can, so I am doing um, the cuticle prep this way. If she was someone who wanted to take them off after a week, I would do it manually because it scratches the surface of the nail less, so the product will come off more easily. But she really wants to keep her nails as long as possible. So, but this is all I'm going to do. So just flake off the cuticle tissue. Yeah, and that's it. So she already showed me a design. It was a nude design with some gold and white. And while I was looking at it, I was like, well, maybe we can do something a little bit different. And she was hesitant, but when I showed her, what it would kind of look like, because of course it wasn't filed and anything yet. Yeah, she really was like, oh yeah, that looks so good. So I've already scrubbed the nails. I forgot to record that part. And right now I'm going in with my rubber base clear and I'm going to create the free edge with it also. It just saves me a little bit of time and why not? And of course, that's not strong enough to create the free edge, but it is strong enough just to create that first little base that I can build upon. So I'm going to give that a full cure, and when it's done, I'm just going to take off the nail form very carefully, just like so, and then tip it down. Otherwise, you would probably break the free edge right off, so you don't want that. And now I'm going to go in with my acrylic gel cover pink. And I just need a tiny bead, not a lot, just a tiny, tiny bead to create the nail bed and create a fading. And these nails are pretty short. Well, they're not really, really short, but they are shorter than I would normally do, especially when I want to create glass nails. But it worked out fine. They look really, really cute. It really suited her age. Usually, I don't work on clients this young, but she's a daughter of a client of mine, and of course, I don't want her to go anywhere else. So, yeah, just decided to go ahead and do it. It's only one time. So right now I'm just creating the fading, and I really don't want it to come down that much. It looks like I'm getting it down really far, but it will be transparent where towards the tip of the free edge. I know it's a cover color, but it's really, really not that opaque when you're blending it like this, so it'll be fine. So this part I am going to take my time a little bit because I really want because I'm going to add some glitters later on, and I really want those glitters to stay inside the nail and not to be filed away. So I'm really just taking my time. The glitters won't cover the entire fading, so yeah, I want the fading to look really, yeah, to just look smooth and really nice. Yeah, so this is the point where we were kind of debating, like, you want to leave it like this? Just look at it. Look how beautiful it is. And yeah, of course, you wanted to keep it like that. So now I'm gonna go in with Soakz Gel Polish, glitter number 5. It's a little bit of a chunky mixed glitter, really, really, really gorgeous glitter. I'm just going to add some more tiny glitters, but I really like it when glitters have multiple sizes in them because I don't know, it just makes it look really, really nice. So I'm just going to do that on all of her nails. Yeah, just create a fading, and I'm sorry that I'm way down there underneath in my screen. Sorry, I didn't notice. I was really, really working, to be fast, but to be like it needed to be look it needed to look really nice, but I needed to work fast because I had another client coming in. So, wasn't really focusing on my camera like I normally would. But all of that is cured, and I'm gonna go in with my builder gel clear because I really want them to look like glass. And the acrylic gel that I've got, it's pretty clear, but it's not glass-like like builder gel. Even acrylic can't match builder gel, in my opinion, with clearness. That is, of course. So I'm just gonna fill that gap, where the fading is. Make sure that it is thick enough to be filed, but not too thick because I really don't want to file a lot as usual. Yeah, so I'm just filing the free edge first, just like that, filing the lower arches, making sure they're coming straight out of the side walls, like so. And once I've got that done on all of her nails, I will take my e-file and do the rest of the shaping, and I will finish off with a hand file to make sure that everything is really nice and crisp. And the last step will be a buffer just above all the scratches off of the nail surface because I'm going to go straight in with the top coat when I'm done. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean the nail, and also going to clean underneath because I am going to top coat underneath. I really do feel that it looks better if you top coat underneath. It really makes it just a little bit more clear, and especially the lower arches. You file the lower arches, so there are scratches on the lower arches, and with glass nails, I really don't want those scratches, to show. And if you don't top coat, they will, you know, you will see it and it wouldn't look nice. So I'm just going to top coat all around just like that. And of course, I'm also going to cure upside down. Right now, I'm going to go in with my paint gel white. I'm just going to create some lovely little flowers. This design that she picked. I am going to, create a little bit of a different flower because I do think that the flowers that she chose were stamps, and I really don't do stamps. Um, I'm really not good at stamping either, so you know, no, I'm really not good at it, and I'm too picky, and yeah, it's not for me, and to me it's a little bit too flat for a design like this. I like to have designs like I like them to have some texture. There are designs when you really want to have a flat design, but yeah, that's hardly ever the case in my salon, so I never ever really do any stamping. I really like those 3D designs, uh, you know, just a little bit. And yeah, and this is also on top of the top coat. So I'm not gonna top coat over it. This is just on top of the top coat. And I really like it that way because it just looks a little bit more matte than the top coat does. So it really gives a nice effect. If you're going to top coat over it, it will have really like it will almost like disappear uh, in the top coat, and it will take away from the design. You will see less shading and stuff like that, and I just really like those little details. So not going to top coat over it. um yeah, so now you will see me do the second design. And I'm not going to like it because I thought it made her look old, and I really wanted to keep the design young, and it just didn't give that for me. So you will see me later on taking it off again and just start over. It was just too much, for a young girl like her. She's 16, by the way. It was just too much. It made her design look old, like I would do maybe on a bride or something. But this was a school dance, It needed to stay young and whatever. And yeah, so yeah, I just decided to take it off. Oh yeah, that's just me. No one will walk out of my salon if I don't like the design that I've created. If I don't like it, I'm just gonna take it off and start again. I don't really care how long that it would take, but if I don't like it, it's gonna come off. Yeah. So, but it's a luxury service, and it's what people pay for. So I really think that they should be really happy with what they've got on their nails. And yeah, I really want to be happy with what I've done too. So I've decided to just tone it down and just add a few more petals, and that was it. I thought it was just enough. One flower was a little bit boring, but just a few petals, and I was really happy with that. And she's going to wear a lovely green dress with these nails, like this lovely royal green, like really pretty. Yeah, she's going to look great. And here are her nails. I think they came out really cute, really pretty. And I really like the glass effect and the glitter inside. So I'm turning the light so you can see the reflections. It just looks really pretty. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've liked this video, and I wish you all a very good day. Goodbye.